If you've been thinking about making the move to Cohasset, Massachusetts, but you're curious what the downtown area really looks like, what kind of restaurants are there, shops, etc., then this video is for you, as I'm going to take you on a quick little tour of the downtown area. If you're thinking about potentially moving to Cohasset, Massachusetts, we're going to go through the downtown area and what it really looks like. So you're literally going to come on a drive with me through the downtown area. I'm going to take some pauses here and there to point out businesses, whether they're coffee shops, restaurants, stores, etc. Just points of interest as we go through the downtown. So come with me on this drive. I want to show you why I love this quaint little downtown area of Cohasset, Massachusetts. And by the way, my name is Sean Murphy with Living on the South Shore and Real, and this is what I specialize in, helping buyers just like you who are moving from another part of the state or even the country and relocating to the South Shore. This is what I do. So if you have any further questions about Cohasset or the South Shore in general, my contact info is below. You can call me, text me, or even shoot me an email. But don't forget as well that first pinned comment below this video is my relocation guide to the South Shore. So click on that link, enter your name, your email, and that guide will get sent right to you, and it gives you all the information you need to know about the South Shore. But without further ado, let's get into downtown Cohasset. All right, first things first, let's show you where Cohasset is on a map. You'll see Boston top left there, Cohasset on the South Shore, right next to Hull, Hingham, and Scituate. Great location if you have to commute into the city. Now here's a zoomed in picture, red pin being downtown Cohasset, where we're going to be doing this tour. But you'll see how much coastline there is in Cohasset. So we're going to pick up this tour right by the Cohasset Common, which is just outside of the downtown area. And fun little fact, Witches of Eastwick, back in the day, and House Sitter, the Steve Martin movie from back in the 80s, were filmed right here at the Cohasset Common. Now I'm going to pause this just so you can see it here, that little pond, the Cohasset Common Pond. Fantastic place for little kids to learn how to skate. That freezes over in the wintertime, and you'll always see young families out there learning how to skate. Now I paused it right here because on the right, this white building is the South Shore Community Center. Very popular spot for young kids going to daycare. They have a huge playground in the back that you will see later in this tour. Now I paused it again because this road, Depot Court, goes to the right here. We will come back to that road and we will drive down that in a little bit. Now I've paused it once again. I'm going to be doing this throughout this tour. But just to show you some of the shops here, Assembly, which is a clothing shop. You've got 5 South Main just to the left of it, which is a great little restaurant. Good breakfast, good dinner, good lunch. And then we're going to pause it one more time. Seabird Coffee on the left here. This is a fantastic little coffee shop, some outdoor seating. Really good spot. But look at the trees. They're all blooming right now. This is a really, really walkable and fun downtown area. Now I'm going to pause it one more time. On the right here is Bia, fantastic Italian-style restaurant, locally owned by someone who also owns the Parrot in Hull, owns a bunch of restaurants around the South Shore, but really, really good spot. But as I mentioned, this downtown area is super walkable, and during the summertime, there are people everywhere. Now, one super popular spot, speaking of the summertime, is this building on the right, Atlantic Bagel. That place is packed every single morning during the summer, especially on the weekends. Freshly baked bagels every morning, only takes cash, so make sure to bring some with you. Now on the left here is The Barrel. This is the downtown Cohasset general store. They have everything you need, plus a little deli section and a candy bar for the kids. Again, on the left here, French Memories, really good old school bakery, coffee shop, been there forever. You'll see a lot of the locals that have been here for a long time that go there in the mornings. On the right here is the Red Lion Inn, also a restaurant, also a hotel, also a wedding venue. Really, really cool spot. They just revamped their whole menu, got a brand new chef. The food is fantastic. And right up there, you can't really see it, just past that American flag is another restaurant called Salty Days. Really good sushi. They have a fantastic burger. Great little place to take the kids, get a little bite to eat. They have a small bar there as well that you can sit at, but really nice restaurant. Now we are cutting over to Elm Street. We were on South Main Street, and we're cutting over to Elm Street because this is going to be an extension to the downtown area. Now, I say it's going to be because they're doing a lot of work to some of the properties down here that you are going to see in 1 second. Police station and fire station on your left here. But when we talk about the extension of the downtown, there used to be the Cohasset Harbor Inn right down here at the beginning of the harbor. They demolished that, and now they put up these beautiful condos that I believe there are some still for sale at the recording of this video. These condos are called the Harbor at Cohasset. You'll see them right ahead here on the left. Beautifully done. I'm going to freeze frame it. Bunch of buildings here on the left. Those are the ones facing the harbor. There's another building on the right as well. These are brand new. And the property on the left here has a small little pool for all the residents, underground parking. They did a really, really fantastic job with it. And you'll see it. We'll turn around and come back so you get a better view of it. But as you can see, here is the Cohasset Harbor. Goes right out to the ocean. It's a beautiful spot. Summertime, you'll have a ton of boats in this harbor. They haven't quite hit the water yet as of the recording of this. We're in the middle of April, but the weather's just starting to warm up, and this is when all the boats start to hit the water. Now I'm going to freeze frame it on the left here because this is where some of that new development for downtown is going to hit. This first spot on the left is the old Salt House. Cool little restaurant. They had outdoor seating. It's temporarily closed right now during construction. And the building that you did see right after that is the new Cohasset Wharf. That's what they're calling it. It's going to have a bunch of little restaurants in there, shops. It's going to have a public access to a dock back there, and you'll get a better view when we turn around and drive back. But what I do want to show you right here as we keep driving a little bit is another view of the harbor and the Cohasset Sailing Club. Very popular spot in the summertime, of course. A ton of kids will take sailing lessons there. There are a lot of docks here that people will have their boats tied up during the summertime. But as we pull in here, you'll get a little glimpse of the harbor straight ahead, and that is the outlet into the ocean there. But it's an incredibly beautiful spot, and this is hard to see, but straight across the harbor there on the right is what's called Bassing's Beach. It's a piece of land where people take their boats, they sail over there. Some people will paddleboard, even take kayaks. And it's just a beach that's detached. It's an island over there that people will go to and enjoy on a summer day. But as we turn around here, this is the Cohasset Sailing Club. Great spot, like I mentioned, to learn how to sail, learn how to do anything really with a boat. But a lot of people have their boats tied up on the opposite side of this building here where the harbor meets the land. So we're going to turn around, head back out to downtown so you can get another view of all of these things that I spoke about. Now, one thing I do want to point out, super fun little piece of Cohasset here. As we get to the end of this parking lot here, you will see one of the inner harbors across the street. And this bridge is one of the most popular spots to do a little bridge jumping in the summertime. Now, you got to time the tides perfectly right, but you will see kids here almost every day during the summer. Teenagers, etc., they're jumping off this bridge, swimming back up, climbing up the rocks, and coming back and doing it again. It's a really fun little tradition that Cohasset has here. Now, this property to the right, there are rumors that that's going to be turned into a small little bed and breakfast or an inn. I know one of the names they floated out there was the Eastwick Inn in reference to the Witches of Eastwick movie that was filmed in Cohasset. But here's another view of the Cohasset Wharf. Now, this is all supposed to be done supposedly by 2026, but we all know with construction delays, sometimes that could be delayed. But this is going to be a great addition, like I mentioned, to downtown Cohasset. You can walk from the downtown area out here on a beautiful summer night. There's also going to be a ton of parking out there as well to enjoy all the little restaurants and the shops and the public access to the dock there. So we're all excited about this. It's going to be a great extension to downtown. Now, in the distance there, you can see on the right the Cohasset Harbor condos that I talked about. Beautifully done. They're extremely high-end condos with unbelievable views of the harbor. And now I'm going to speed this up a little bit just so we don't have to see the boring part. There's just the part that you will walk from one part of the downtown to the harbor. So we're going to speed this up a little bit, and then we'll slow it back down as we get to the downtown area, which is right now. So we're going to come out right back onto South Main Street. We are again on Elm Street here. We're going to come right back out onto South Main. And you will notice on the left there is that restaurant Bia that we talked about before. And right after I make this turn onto South Main, you're going to see Seabird Coffee on our right, and that outdoor seating that they have right there. Again, fantastic little coffee shop, donuts on Fridays, fresh baked pastries, etc. Really, really good spot if you need a coffee when you're visiting town. Now, as promised, we're going to continue back over to Depot Court, which we're going to make a left on here. But like I mentioned before, this is an extremely walkable downtown. The Cohasset Common is just over to our right there. A lot of people will get a coffee on a summer morning, walk over to the Common, sit there, enjoy their coffee, have a pastry, etc. Now, what we missed there on the left, you couldn't quite see it with the camera, was Peel Pizza. They are in Hingham, but they also have a location here in Cohasset. Fantastic little pizza spot to have right downtown. Now, this is the main parking lot behind a lot of these buildings, but this is where you will most likely park if you're coming to downtown Cohasset. And I just wanted to show you this. The train tracks are actually right there on our right. There is a train station in Cohasset as well as two in Hingham. So if you ever needed to take that commuter rail, you can just hop on right in town. But as we pull around, you will see the big church there on the hill. But two things I want to point out as we come around here is the entrance to Split Rock, which is a local beer garden that they have set up right in this area to the right. You can't quite see it. It's behind that building. Really good little beer garden. Very busy during the summer. And that top level of that building to the right there is Lenny's Hideaway. It's a great Mexican joint. Great margaritas, good food, outdoor seating. A lot of good spots in this little downtown area of Cohasset. Now I'm going to speed this up a little bit because there isn't much to see here. Post office on your right, a couple other stores there on your left, but now we're just in kind of a residential area just outside of downtown, and we're going to slow it down once we get to the library that you see right here on your left. Really good spot for little kids. They have a great kids section in there, and there's a big playground behind the library with some fields and some basketball courts. You won't be able to see all of it, but I'm going to show you a little bit as we make the left onto Sawyer Street right at the light here. Now we're going to come to this light here, but then I'm going to speed it up a little bit. There's one more thing I want to show you here on Sawyer. Now you'll see basketball courts, field to your left there with the playground behind the library. This last piece to Cohasset, which I think is one of the best perks to downtown Cohasset, is the music circus. They have concerts here all summer long, and we're talking, bands from the 90s that are coming here, Blues Traveler, Gin Blossoms, etc. You get a lot of good shows that come through here in the summertime, and it's all outdoors. It's kind of like a circus setup. But that's a wrap on downtown Cohasset. Thank you for coming with me. Please let me know if I can help you with anything. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.